Okay, so we are at the Theodore A. Parker III Trail, and this is down South 22. I can't remember the township, but I will put it up on the video when I do my editing and stuff. It's a nice little parking lot. There's probably room for about 20 cars, and the trail starts right behind me. So let's go. Okay, it looks like a beautiful, beautiful walk. You can see there's so many colors in the leaves and the trees. I know next to nothing about this particular hike, so we're just going to be winging it. So far it looks really pretty. There's some stones I got to be mindful of under my feet, and I got to do a couple things here yet. I forgot to put on my microphone again. Why do I always forget that? I do want to try to use, I have a short tripod that I had experimented with yesterday, and there's also a longer tripod that turns into a selfie stick, and I'm carrying them along with me today too. So let me get myself situated here as we walk this lovely, look at this, just lovely trail. Tree fall already. Yeah, I can't put on my microphone until my phone's charged up with my power pack, because for some reason my phone didn't charge on the way over here in my car, and it's down to like 10%. So that'll have to wait. So pretty. The leaves in the trees are just so pretty. And right down below me, I see a little creek. I don't know if you could see it in the camera. I got it as zoomed in as I can, but it's right in the middle here. I can't really. Yeah. So there's a little side trail, and it's actually included on the All Trails map that I downloaded, and it's pretty steep downhill, but the trail goes down to this little creek. So I'm going to put my phone away while I'm walking down that way, because with the conditions with the leaves and stuff and the rockiness, I'm just afraid I might slip and fall. I already dropped my phone once. It just kind of slid down a hill. So I'm just going to be more cautious and go down without it on. So, hey guys, a very large portion of my footage was erased off of here, and a good part of it was also, for some reason, in slow-mo like this. So I will describe what I was seeing. There was a very large rock with lots and lots of nooks and crannies, really beautiful, and there was some teenagers playing across the way, throwing sticks and just having teenage fun. And I was really trying to get, more footage than I have here, but what I opted to do is just drown out the sound of the slow-mo and let you know what happened to all the footage. So I'm sorry I missed it. I wish you could have been there, but in the next couple clips you will see me on top of the rock, and then a little bit later a little closer to the waterfalls. Thank you, and I appreciate your patience. It is super windy today, which makes me a little nervous being surrounded by trees, especially seeing the tree fall earlier. So we'll see. I don't know how long I'll stay out here today, but I made it up that vicious hill and back on the trail. I don't know if you can pick that up, but holy cow, that rock that I saw down there, it extends from down there the whole way up to where I'm going, which is up there. It's bound to have some pretty cool views. Awesome. Ironically, the wind doesn't seem to be hitting me down here underneath the trees. That's a good thing. Okay, here we are on the top, looking down, and this is one big rock, and it kind of all connects here and goes back down around to down below there is the creek. There's another rock over here, not as big, but all of them look like they'd really be a really fun adult jungle gym. Okay, so I just came down from all that, which looks less treacherous on camera than it really is. It's pretty sketchy. And there's a split in the trail here. This one goes straight down back to the water. This one goes over there, and I'm going to go over that way. And because it looks like there's some cool rocks and stuff, and it's not as treacherous. I'm really regretting not bringing my trekking poles down here today because there's a lot of steep descents and some leaves, and I'm really sketchy about falling, but I'm going to go as far as I can with hopefully not getting injured. So I just ran into a couple coming back the other way and talked to them for a few minutes. This is the rock outcrop that I'm walking through. It's really neat looking. I love rocks. But anyway, I told them that I was really scared of, going too much further with the way this is without trekking poles. And they informed me that once I get past this, the trail levels out, so that I should keep going. So I'm going to do my level best. I can hear water down there, and I see some really big rock ledges. Okay, yeah, that was really sketchy getting down here, but it does look like they were telling the truth. It looks like it levels off a little bit. I could see the waterfall from up on the ledge up there, but it was at such a dangerous spot I couldn't risk getting my camera out to see it. So hopefully I can get to it from down here. It looks as though I can see it a little more safely, just not sure yet until I get down there. Okay, this is the best shot I'm going to get from down here below. There's actually two waterfalls there. I don't know if you can see them, and they did actually look so much prettier from closer up and on the other ledge. So maybe on my way back I will try to get closer. It's just really, I don't feel like walking in water today to get to them, only because I don't have my Gore-Tex shoes on, and I don't feel like trying to walk back up through this kind of stuff with soaking wet feet and wet shoes. But isn't it pretty? This is very pretty. It's a stream. So we are flattened out somewhat. Still kind of like on an edge next to the water, which wouldn't be that bad probably in the spring, but these leaves still make it somewhat treacherous because you can slip at any time. So it's hard to video properly and walk on the leaves. I gotta pay attention. I can just barrel ahead like I like to. It's a really pretty spot down there. Getting down is straight down, or else I would be by the water. It's just not possible for me to do that today. I would want like a rope hanging them from a tree to get down, so I'm just going to continue that way. Very pretty though. This beautiful stream just keeps going. It's right beside you the whole time. It's a little steep to get down to it. Actually, this is a short drop to a very wet ending. But they do have little bridges that are safe to get across that are, you know, kind of like that. I don't know how to explain it. There we go. A little bit of stuff put down by the trail maintainers, I suppose, to get across the wet parts to a degree. And this part of the trail is just lovely. I love it. I can just walk and be happy and peaceful. I had to come out here. Check out these tree roots. Pretty big. Just clinging. to the edge there. Wild. Yeah, I like it. So I switched over to my microphone now because my phone is charged up to 89%. I had to check out a couple different settings on it because some of them block all background sound. And hearing the water is so peaceful. I wanted you to be able to hear that. Coming up to another little area that it's bubbling. Couldn't you just sleep to that? I could. Okay, let me tell you. This selfie stick business is going to be such a learning curve. I just fooled around with it for like 10 minutes just trying to get it at the right angle. And guess what? I think I'm just too short and my arms are too short. I have an extension on this and I can only get it to have me in the picture when it's about half the way out. But I gotta learn. Look at what we're looking at. It does make it easier to turn the camera around while we're walking. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need a smaller, lighter weight selfie stick. So from what I can see on the Outchills map, it looks like we're almost to the end of this. And it ends at Wesley Rd, which is the road it started on, but it's up the ways a bit. So this trail, the last part of it, very, very easy. Nice, flat, easy to follow, beautiful trees. But I'm not looking forward to the technical parts on the way back, although I think it's going to be easier going uphill. So I think this is the end of the trail. This is also Theodore A. Parker III. Although down there it says Stewart Run, so I'm assuming that means that this is Stewart Run. Very pretty. And nice little bench to sit on to watch the water if you come this way. But I think we're almost to the very end. I hear a road. And then we'll just be turning around. Or walking up the road. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. So this is the water. There's the entrance to the park from this side of Wesley Rd. And this doesn't look like a very safe road to be walking on the shoulder, so I'll probably have to turn around and go back. And this here is actually private property, hunting and fishing, but it says catch and release fly fishing only. I don't know. But this is a beautiful little stream. Really like it. I'm not going to go down there, but just wanted to get it on camera for you. Also, this guy in this red truck over here, not sure what he's doing. Looks like he's collecting junk. There's a mix of a bunch of stuff in the back of his truck. And I sort of smelled a little bit of the devil's weed coming out, so I'm on my way back, and no one followed me. It's always one of those things when you're a female hiking alone. You just have to watch your surroundings. I'm never usually in any kind of fearful mode or anything. I'm alert. And I figured that guy was probably just, taking a lunch break, taking a couple hits and trying to relax. But you never know, so it's better to be alert. But he didn't come after me. Okay, so I'm back in that sketchy, rocky area. And this is as far as I dare to go without a friend along or even having some kind of a rope, because I'm sitting on the edge here of a little rock, but the pathway down is straight down, and it's all leaves. So I'm not gonna attempt that today. But there is the beautiful waterfall. You can see a little better from up here. And there's some over there. You can see them through the trees. Just no safe way for me to get down there, at least that I can see. So I'm going to continue. So I gotta go up through there to get to the top. And it's also a little bit technical, so I'm going to be putting the phone away again. I made it up. That is a long, well, not long, but a very steep climb. I think I'm pretty much up to the more or less safer trail, even though it's uphill still. But this, I forgot to mention that there are red markers for this trail. They're not as close together as some trails, but if you're kind of wondering where the trail is and it's covered with leaves, just look up, look around a bit, and you'll probably see one. There's some down there on those trees. They probably don't show up on the camera, but look at this. This one's real close. I just love watching the progression from green to red to orange to yellow, especially when it's on the same leaf. I think that's cool. Okay, so I made it back to the car. Going up the end of that tour through the technical parts was a little easier on the ascent than it was on the descent. Yeah, there were still a lot of leaves, but it just was easier for me. I don't know if it's different for each individual on that in that score, but I wish I would have had my trekking poles on the way down because that was pretty dicey. But it's a beautiful, beautiful park, and the trail is easier after that part. There's that stream, which is Stewart Run, the whole way down, and there's a couple areas with the waterfalls. I couldn't, unfortunately, get down to the waterfalls close enough to get some really good shots because it was just too dangerous, and I didn't want to risk it. Anyway, it was still a good hike. Only 3.5 miles today, which is fine because I did 10.5 yesterday. So I'm going to head home now, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Namaste.